Israel's atrocities in Palestine are one of the most complex and bloody conflicts in modern history. To understand the roots of the issue, we must go back to the early 20th century when Palestine was under the Ottoman Empire. After World War II, the Jewish community in Europe, fresh from the Holocaust, increasingly called for a state of their own in what they considered their ancestral homeland, Palestine. In 1947, the United Nations UN proposed a plan to divide Palestine into two states, one for Jews and one for Arabs. However, this plan was rejected by the Arab states, and conflict between Jews and Arabs soon erupted. In 1948, Israel declared its independence, sparking a major war with neighboring Arab states. In this war, hundreds of thousands of Palestinians were expelled or fled from their homes, an event known to Palestinians as the Nakba or catastrophe. Those who fled became refugees in neighboring countries and in the remaining Palestinian territories. Since then, Israel has systematically expanded its territory through war, occupation, and illegal settlement construction in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. The occupation has been accompanied by a series of acts of violence against the Palestinian population, including home demolitions, restrictions on freedom of movement, arbitrary detention, and military attacks that often result in the deaths of civilians, including women and children. One of the most well-known examples of such atrocities is the Siege of Gaza, which began in 2007. Gaza, one of the most densely populated areas in the world, has been under a near total blockade by Israel, restricting its residents' access to food, clean water, electricity, and medicine. Israel has also carried out several major military offensives in Gaza, resulting in thousands of deaths and injuries, as well as the destruction of civilian infrastructure, including hospitals and schools. These atrocities occur under the pretext of security, but many international observers, including the UN, have called Israel's actions a gross violation of international law and human rights. The UN, human rights organizations, and the international community have repeatedly condemned Israel's actions. But to date, no solution has been found to end the suffering of the Palestinian people. This conflict is not just a political or territorial issue, but also a humanitarian tragedy that has claimed the lives and futures of millions of Palestinians. Despite diplomatic efforts to achieve peace, including the Oslo Accords in the 1990s, the conflict continues to this day with ever-widening implications for regional and international stability. This atrocity is not only a history of bloodshed, but also a reminder of the importance of justice, humanity, and the relentless pursuit of a lasting peace. Humanity must remain the top priority, and the world must not turn away from the plight of the Palestinian people who continue to fight for their long-denied rights.